Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today for another fantastic race around the Qatar circuit. I don't know the actual name of it, but joining me today, we have chosen Tolby, our good old co-commentator from last season. He did take the lead last season, but I am switching to the lead this season. Tolby, how you doing today?
Good. I'm ready for racing. I missed last week. I didn't get the race. I didn't get the nothing. So I'm pumped up. This is my first of the season.
Yeah, I'm glad it's going to be with me as well. As you know, this circuit is very high speed, very technical. You can gain a lot of time very easily. You can lose a lot of time very easily. There's a couple hairpins, just a couple hard braking zones. There's one or two passing zones, not much as you can see. But besides that, Colby, are you excited to watch a fantastic qualifying session?
If it's anything like Tier 6 was, it's definitely going to be interesting, we'll say the least.
Good. I'm going to jump into our race notes here. As everybody knows, this is the first time that MRL has raced in Qatar. Most people didn't know the track is surrounded by artificial grass to help stop the encroaching desert. Fun fact. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah.
It's a smart idea though.
Yeah, it's very smart and seems to have
You look
helped so
at
far.
a lot of the other Middle Eastern tracks and stuff like that. It's always dusty on them.
Yeah. There's plenty of setup options that people can choose here. You can go a little bit lower downforce, hopefully for more of that straight speed, but it's going to kill you majorly in the end of the second, start of the second, end of the second, and start of the third sectors. Overall, you want to go for a higher downforce setup. But our drivers to watch today, Midnight, Edge, and Terp Charles. Midnight coming off a fantastic strategy call last week, coming away with the victory on the last lap, in the last corner, mind you. Edge, he's showing a lot of good pace here, along with Terp Charles. I have done some races with Edge, along with Terp. They are both very, very quick around here. Toby, who's your guess is getting pole today out of our field so far?
Pole
position, yes, sir.
I'm looking at the grid right now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Midnight up there at least close. Edge, like you said, one of them. I think our so-called god might be up there pretty close too. I think I'm gonna give a shout out to Pogs.
Yeah.
He's gonna be my black horse today.
As we are now going to be jumping over to the track, as we are having drivers coming out of the pits. I do believe we have the two Alpines coming out first.
Yeah, Terp Charles is up front with Pogs right behind him.
Yep, Terp Charles and Pogs right behind him. Followed by the two Haas cars, followed by a Williams, followed by the two Mercedes, followed by the two AlphaTauris. Seems like a lot of teams are fixing to go for the Fixing to go for the team strategy. Other than the Alpines creating a little bit of a distance, the Haas guys creating a little bit of a distance now as a Ferrari jumps in between the AlphaTauri. But we are going to jump on board with Terp to start his out lap. Toby, talk us through a lap.
So you come down the main straight, come into this first corner, like you said earlier in the track brief. Everything's pretty high speed, so you normally take that one about fourth gear. Really, your only heavy brake is oh, never mind. He's gonna cut me short.
Spins
We go on
off.
board with Pogs
Yeah, we will jump on board with Pogs.
and pick him up right where Kurt Charles left off. So into the long right-hander, a quick right-hander, like you basically don't even have to let off the throttle for that one. This is really the only really hard braking zone on the whole track. Come down in the second, third gear. Make sure you keep the traction.
Couple lines through this turn right here. You can go a little bit wide, get that faster speed out of the corner, get more speed down the straight. But it's going to increase your braking zone coming into this turn here, which you're going to be able to brake a little early and get on the gas very quickly in fourth gear and just power your way down into the flat right here.
This whole sector is
Flat
basically
right
flat
here.
out.
Oh, Pog's lifting a little bit just to be safe. Tap the brake again, making sure he's safe again. As you'll see in the later tiers today, they'll be taking all of those corners flat out with no hesitation.
I haven't figured out how to do it. I'm not gonna lie.
I have gotten very close. I cannot do that final left-hander though, as Pog's setting the fastest lap of the day with a 123.2. But Jim jumping him with a 122.5.
It's a good first lap. It's a good banker lap.
Toast jumping between them with a 122.8, followed by his teammate with a 123.2. We have a slur of people as I'm going to be trying to jump out onto them right now. Zoso just starting his lap as we have another Haas crossing the line to start their lap. Lollytops as Deathman comes across. CJ taking current pole, followed by D-Master, separated by a 10th from CJ. A lot of action so far. Everybody getting those quick laps out, get the feel of the track.
And just for a note, Diego Lego, Nikki G, and Lollytops are all on medium tires. So it looks like they're going to be trying to save a set of sauce for the race.
Yeah. Almost everybody in the top 12 has made a lap. I think Terp is going again. Yes, he is. I'm going to go on board with him again as he was one of our drivers to watch. Fortunately, Pit Edge is still in the pits. Midnight made a lap and I was unable to watch it. Too busy calling up times. Anyway, coming through the third sector, holding on to the track limits very closely. Braking a little bit after the 50-meter board onto the main straight, getting the power down nice and early in fifth gear. Gets a little bit of tow from the Red Bull driver in front of him. What is he going to be setting? He goes fourth with a 122.5.
Another good lap.
Yes, it is. Gonna jump on board with Midnight. So I can't tell what he's currently doing.
I'm on the last corner at 20. He's way off the pace.
Yeah. Is he starting a lap? No.
Well, he's at 60% ERS. So if he is, he forgot to turn his ERS off.
He needs
on
about
lap.
80%. We'll stay on board.
Give me 1 second.
You're gonna jump up to Zoso. Oh, as he is not on a lap. See a couple of these guys getting pushed into their box. Most of the people on a cooldown lap. Rage quit having an invalidated lap. We have an Aston Martin of NY fan coming out to start his lap all the way down in 18th currently. So aboard with New York fan.
Sorry, I had technical difficulties there for a second.
No worries.
Joshua Smith in chat said that Midnight casually missed the pit entry. Which I don't think that's the case. If that's the pit entry right there, he would have jumped back in there. And this lap is way better than the last one he was on. Still going to be off the pace because he's ran out of ERS a long time ago.
Almost got the 10th up on his
9.
time. As we almost have every driver on the same strategy.
Lollipop has 2 laps on his mediums. Oh, I guess it counts as that lap, right?
I think so. Very good question. We do have a slur of drivers starting to come out as we have Jim Just Rage is starting a lap. We have some traffic to get through. We're gonna jump right on board with Jim. Get some audio of Jim Just Raged. Nice audio clip. The sound of the Haas isn't too bad this year compared to years prior. But he is 2/10 up on his time currently. Very good. Coming through Sector 1, he gets purple. Personal best.
I've never been a fan on the games of the sound of the Ferrari engine.
I haven't either. The Renault engine has definitely sounding better now, which nice to hear.
The Ferrari's always been like that high pitch one, and it just bothers me.
Yeah. Jim Just Rage.
Jim looks. Ooh, I was about to say he looks dialed in right before he lost that.
Staying in it though.
He lost at least a 10th or 2 there.
I think he lost about 2/10 there. But he gained about a 10th. Really upset about himself doing that right there, but his teammate Lollytop's just starting a lap. Gonna be able to get some toe from Jim here. Down this little straight. Gonna be worth about, oh, Jim just backing out, I guess. Getting off the side for Herp, who is also on a lap right behind them, who is 3/10 up on a Sector 1 time already.
3/10, that put him up into P6 right now. He had an extra little lift there in that corner.
As a Mercedes deal gets right out of his way. It's 5/10 up through Sector 2, purple Sector 2. Flat there. See, just a little lift, downshift to 6th. Straight on through Nicky G.
That's what I like to see. I like to see it.
We have Turp now crossing the line, setting at 1:21.8, going 6/10 faster than his time. Nicky G getting a nice lap up there with a 1:22.0, putting him on the front row provisionally. CJ on his outlap, hoping to contend with Turp and Nicky G. Has very much more room to improve than I think most people expect. D-Master OG is currently up there in P4 with a 1:22.2.
Sign-on just crossed and improved by a half a second. Puts him up to P7.
Very good stuff from Sign-On.
Lollytops is on a flyer. He's about halfway through the lap, about to come across the sector 2 timeline. He's up by almost 3/10, and that was all in sector 2, because in sector 1 timing line he was about even with his original time.
He's out of ERS though, coming through these flats. He's diving into the pits.
He was 3/10 up and hit the pits. I guess that ERS, yeah, he would have lost that time.
Yeah, he would have lost a lot of time. Midnight coming across the start. I do believe it would have his last laps. Unless he has time for one. No, 5 minutes left. Unless he has enough fuel on for 2 laps. He might be cutting it very close here. On board with CJ, who is currently 2/10 up. Is he going to be beating Terp? How good of an exit did he get to the final corner? Barely missing out on pole. Missing out by 7/100ths of a second to Terp. That's very close.
It is. So I like to see.
Deathman up there in P5, currently 5/10 off of Terp. Currently, the top 11 are separated by less than a second. Lollytops at Midnight are separated by 5/100ths of a second. As we have Jim and Sign-On separated by 2/100ths of a second, followed by Deathman and Jim, separated by 2/100ths of a second. Zoso coming through the flat right-handers, I do believe. Getting the power down very nice and early on the exit. Getting a slipstream from the Mercedes in front of him. Improving by just under 2/10.
So we missed out. Toast X jumped up to P2. On my screen anyway. Is that on yours? Does that mean that he did the identical time as Terp?
I think so.
Huh.
I need to... It's not telling me his best time.
A second, and it put him in between them, so it's right there.
It's not showing me his best time currently. We're gonna pull up the race director and see his time. A 1:21.889.
Yep, and that's identical.
It's identical to Terp's. Terp and Toast currently sitting with the same identical time. That's insane. The top 3 separated by less than a 10th. Dude. Yes. I am ready for this.
Midnight just jumped up to P10. And I don't think he's gonna have enough time to get back around into the pits to back out. So that's probably gonna do it for him. Unless he has enough fuel.
Nicky G started coming a lot across to start his hot lap now. Along with Terp, who's just coming across the first corner. Nope, not first. Coming through the first sector. As he spins out into the wall, losing his front wing. Terp is not going to have enough time to get in and back out. Oof. This is all up to Toast. If Toast can get out. I don't think he's going to have enough time, though.
He's doing a second warm-up.
Toast is on his way out. Toast is going to be cutting this extremely close. CJ on his lap now. Nicky G also on his lap, just starting. As he has pods.
Yeah, Giants fans, they do have the exact same time. We checked in the director. Lollytops just went pole, provisional pole.
Lollytops jumping in front of Terp and Toast. Barely. So now the top 15 are all separated by less than a second, dude. Oh my
That's crazy for
god.
tier 5. That's nuts for tier 5.
That's insanely close. We're gonna jump on board with our primary, or one of our primary drivers to watch, Edge, as he is currently 5/10 up on his time coming through Sector 3 in fast right and left-handers. I guess I turned some stuff off. Go. Edge coming down the straight. Let's see what kind of time he is going to be getting here. Is he going to go pole? Close to it. Improves to P5, 2/10 off of pole currently. Jump on board with Nikki G. I do believe he started another one. Midnight retiring in the pits.
He's 2/10 up on his time, Nicky G. Oh, he lost it.
Toast. This, fortunately, invalidated his lap time.
Nicky G was over 2/10 up on his time, pushing for provisional pole, and locked up. Looked like he locked up the rears going into a corner. He kept it straight, but
CJ, 2/10 up on his time, goes pole position with a 121.6. D-Master OG following in right behind him with a 121.68. No, 0.7, I do believe. 121.7.
Nicky G invalidated, so that's it for him.
Jim Just Rage also invalidated. I think the only ones we have out right now is MKW
Diego and
Diego.
MKW.
Diego. MKW up by a 10th on his time. Come to the last corner. Diego Lego not on a lap. KW going down by 5/10. Not improving at all. Unfortunate for him.
So I would have liked to see Toast get out a little bit earlier. See if he could improve more.
He did get out. He just invalidated his lap.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
I thought he just didn't make it around in time.
Nope, he invalidated his lap. We wait for Jim and Diego Lego to retire in the pit lane, finishing us off. What a qualifying session. Those times are impeccably close.
Yeah, top 12 separated by 8/10.
Yep.
But again, we're basically gonna have to worry about time penalties. Is big. Go ahead and run down the order. CJT in P1, D Master OG in the McLaren P2, Lollytops P3, Turp Charles P4, Toast X P5, Jim Just Rage P6, Edge P7, Nikki G P8, P9 is Sinon, Deathman P10, Sozo P11, 12 Midnight, 13 Rage Quit, 14 Pogs, 15 Night Ninja, Vince Sexy P16, Diego Lego P17, MKW P18, and to round out, New York Fan, I'm not saying all that, is in P19. So Diego Lego set his fastest lap on medium.
Yes, he did. We're going to end our poll here. It ended up pretty close. 27 votes total, 62% no, 37% yes. See if Midnight could fight his way through the pack. He started mid-pack last week, remember that, and he fought his way through to the front.
I think Midnight made a bunch of fake accounts, voted yes for himself.
Oh, whatever. Toby, give us some strategy options to start before we start today's race.
So most people are going to go either medium to hard or hard to medium. You can't go hard to soft. In a practice race a couple days ago, I went medium to soft, but at the end of the stints, they were dying.
Okay.
So medium to hard for the front runners, hard to medium for the guys in the back would probably be the best strat.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I've also heard that Jarno Otmir has gotten a puncture on mediums on lap 17, and
Oh lord.
it was only 70% wear. So we're have to see what type of plays people go for. If they want to stretch it that extra lap to lap 18, like Jarno was trying to do, or pit lap 16 and go just straight to the hearts. Maybe pit even
That's
earlier.
lights gone.
Sign on getting, or why is sign on up before? Why does it? Okay, game's broken already. Okay. Very.
Oh yeah, the grid's all messed up. D-Master got around CJ in the turn 1, and that is Turp Charles way off the track into the gravel trap, and there's Carnage.
Ooh, as we see 3 or 4 drivers spinning out. D-Master is now in front of CJ as, I don't know why, but sign on is off in the back, currently in first place, I guess.
If I saw that correctly, it looked like Turp Charles went into the gravel trap and came back out onto the track and collected
Ooh.
Jim Just Rage and a couple others.
Very unfortunate. Our big gainer so far is Vince with 8 positions up in the first lap.
MKW also with 8.
Yes, we saw a lot of people get caught up, including Terp in there. As the standings have now corrected themselves, we have the McLaren of D-Master OG up in front ahead of CJ, followed by Lolly and Toast, including Edge and Zoso, followed by Midnight and Vince Deathman following them.
So we were talking about strategy. So you have Lollytops that just passed CJ into turn 1. He's on softs. Sozo on softs. Night Ninja in P11 on softs. And then Diego Lego in P18 on softs. And then MKW and Pogs are the only two that went with hards. Everybody else is on mediums.
As we start to see a two gaps form at about eighth place where the incident first originally occurred on lap 1, turn 1. We have a line of cars gaggling together to stay with D-Master OG. As we are going to be seeing a DRS train getting started within the next couple laps once DRS gets enabled. What do you think's the move for Lollytops on these soft tires? Does he want to follow D-Master and just, or does he want to try and get past him?
That's softer compound tire. You want to get by him and just try to put as much of a gap in between you and him as possible, because you're gonna have to pit way earlier. If you're not pitting way earlier to put on hards, then you're putting on mediums and you're going for a 2-stop, which I don't think that would be the correct strat. He's just trying to put as much space as he can and just pray for a safety car.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes.
Lollytops
Around D-Master on the straight.
125.1. Clear before the corner. D-Master getting
Now
a
it's
little
just
bit
about
of
putting his head down and stretching out as much gap as possible.
I do believe DRS gets enabled this lap, but DRS doesn't really affect too much. He can get about a 7/10 gap to D-Master. D-Master cannot touch him into the first corner. At the same time, Lolly is at 50%, D-Master is at 80%, followed by CJ.
Yeah, and
also
you
at
do not
80.
want to bring your ERS here because you cannot regain it at all.
Nope.
Once you use it, it's pretty much gone.
Yes, Lollytops is currently leading Top Speed Trap right now. He's currently... Oh, actually, I am wrong with that. The Red Bull of Nikki G is leading the Speed Trap at 324 kilometers an hour. But not far behind is Lollytops at 321. Toast in the Mercedes not looking too hot on his ERS, currently sitting at about 10 to 20%. Edge,
Yeah, Nicky G burned all his too. I just looked at his. He's down to 8.
Edge in the McLaren, he's looking to be about I don't know. What's it saying? 80%-ish. As
Yeah, he has plenty.
D-Master trying to just hang on to Lolly, but Lolly's starting to burn that ERS more and more. D-Master holding on to it, just going to use his tires to keep him right in there on this later first stint. CJ just looking to hang on with the rest of the field as Edge is looked to start to drop off from Zoso. Midnight is hanging in a field of his own right now. Deathman and Vince going at it. Deathman conceding the place to Vince. MKW bumping the back of Deathman. Is going to lose the rear end a little bit. Losing himself a spot to Night Ninja. Deathman staying within the DRS point of Vince. Jumping back up to the front. Lollytops now want 1.3 seconds to D-Master. It's going to leave D-Master exposed to CJ, who's going to want to get around him very quickly. He's going to want to pull this gap up a little bit here into the straight. Colby?
Sir?
What do you think, what do you think so far? You think Lollytops can hold it?
I mean, he's gonna hold it for another 5-6 laps, but then his tires are just gonna fall off a cliff. So I mean, he's got to put much more of a gap than this 1.2, 1.3, or he's got to pray that safety car hits. Which, as of right now, everyone looks pretty clean.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many incidents either.
Shenanigans.
I have not seen too many incidents either.
Sozo hasn't been able to make those stops really work for him, though. He's been hanging out there in 5th place for a while.
Edge now 2 seconds back to Zoso. CJ hanging in right behind D-Master still. D-Master now within a second again of Lolly. Lolly starting to feel the wear of those soft tires pretty immensely. Oh, I went to the wrong screen. I gotta go back to this one. There we go. We're not. But anyway, as we see the wear of the tires start to get to Lollytops, D-Master and CJ are going to be closing in bit by bit. Toast just lurking back and forth, hoping for a mistake, but Zoso right on the back of him as we are actually going to jump down to them. Zoso making a pass on Toast, possibly into turn 1. Toast blinking under 10% DRS. Zoso just flies by him with 40%. D-Master getting within 2/10 of Lolly.
Yeah, he thought about the move. I was watching it. He either thought about it or he was faking them.
Very tight margins when you come to the top 3. Zoso spinning out in the background, recollecting himself behind Midnight. Midnight within a second of Edge now.
Yeah, Sozo doesn't have a front wing either, so he's going to have to pick. It's probably the tires for him are probably getting hard to handle.
I would agree. And now follow along with D-Master, who is very intent on passing Lolly this lap, along with CJ.
Yeah, he'll get him right here, if not both of them.
Are we going to see CJ get past Lolly as well? Lolly going very defensive. D-Master is sitting behind.
He didn't use any of his ERS either. He was just letting Lolly drag him along.
D-Master's probably seeing that gap to Toast and Edge increase a little bit. So he's like, I'm just going to sit behind him, let his tires wear out.
Which, I mean, that's not a bad strat either.
Not
just
at all.
Push him. Like, Lolly's burned all his ERS. He has... Like, if D-Master wants to get by him, he can get by him.
Oh, easily. He's sitting at 90% ERS. He's just letting... And CJ right behind him is sitting at 70%.
It's actually a really good strategy from D-Master and CJ. Just sit there and let the soft runner pull you along,
Yeah.
knowing that he's gonna have to pit here any lap.
Ooh. Excuse me. Yawned. If D
We have
Master,
Deathman, Nikki G, and Diego Lego all on 3 seconds of time penalties for track limits, which I figured by now we'd have more than that.
we're gonna jump down to the 6-car battle for 7th currently. Vince and Deathman are within 2/10 of each other, followed by Night Ninja, who's also within 2/10 of Deathman. Rage Quit not too far behind in the Mercedes.
Sign on spun it in sector 1. Oh, D Master made the move on Lolly in the turn 1.
We're gonna see CJ try and follow D Master through. We're gonna see if the impatience of CJ gets to himself. He's gonna want to follow along Lolly right here and just wait for the DRS. He's not gonna want to force anything. If anything, he's just gonna want to force a mistake from Lolly. Be able to capitalize. He toast a good ways
A lot
back.
of tires dead.
Tough tires do not last long at all. That's for sure.
I don't know if CJ's going to be able to get him on this straight because Lolly's going to have DRS on D Master.
Lolly get a little loose right there. DJ might be making the move.
Not going to be close enough.
Lolly going defensive there. You guys are now holding out.
Midnight just made a move on Edge on the main straight. Had the move done before the corner. So
Deathman
Midnight's
getting
on a
past
charge. He's
Vince.
up 7 places.
Yep.
He took that pole to heart.
Yes, he did. We still have a big old train fighting for 7th. Rage Quit following behind them. Williams of Night Ninja taking wide line, getting a little loose there.
I think at this point of the race, everyone's just basically, it's all tire management right here.
Yep, this part of the race
Waiting
right
for
here.
something to happen so you can pit.
Yep. For sure. Deathman's starting to pull away from Vince. Night Ninja on those 8-lap old softs still. Not looking too bad, but is blinking with 0% ERS as he is just holding overtake open. Ooh, as Midnight spun.
No.
Very unfortunate.
The Alpine of Trip Charles jumping in the pits. I think he saw the yellow flag and was like, oh, it's going to be a safety car or something.
TJ still not being able to get past Lolly.
Meanwhile, he's losing touch to D Master. He's going to have to clear Lolly soon.
Yes, he is. They're going to be starting to feel some tire wear right about now. It's going to be very minimal to start.
Winfrey, I don't think ghosting's on.
I think ghosting itself isn't on, but ghosting for what's it called? The other one. But anyway, coming back down to the main straight, Lally does not have DRS this time, and he is also blinking. Going to be an easy job for CJ if he wants to stay within the grasp of D-Master, but he does not use any DRS, or ERS, I mean. Very strange.
Off for grieving is enabled.
Yeah,
Off for first lap is disabled. Collisions are on, but I mean, it doesn't really give you.
it's for griefing.
Other than that, it doesn't give you an option to turn ghosting on or off.
Yeah.
That's weird.
We have Jim Just Rage fighting Vince for 10th place. Vince falling down the order quite quickly.
I don't know, Kissmax. I'd have to look at the rule book. I haven't looked at the settings.
DJ still within. Ooh, Ollie going a little bit wide there. Let CJ get a little bit closer.
CJ has to get around him right here.
Done before the
Is a
corner.
very pass. He can for his race he couldn't sit behind Lolly for another lap.
If he wants to stay with D-Master, he's going to want to push a little bit here. Nikki G is struggling a little bit. Down in 16th. As he is going into the pits to get rid of those medium tires. Lollytop's getting a 3-second time penalty and then spinning out. I don't know why we could see the whole driver right here. Okay.
Oh no.
Toast getting past. Edge getting past Lolly as well. Deathman. Deathman will
So
not.
the rule book isn't updated for the new game settings. Now we're starting to add up on time penalties.
D-Master now pulling away from CJ.
Everybody with the penalty has 3, except for Jim Just Rage has 6 seconds.
And we're going to see Midnight getting another overtake done here.
There goes Lolly into the pits. Finally, get off the softs. 13 laps on the softs, so it's not bad.
Midnight getting the turn, or getting the move done into turn 1. Follow along board with the helicopter camera.
Interesting. Lollytops decided to go from soft to medium. Put the mediums on for, what is that, 16 laps?
Yeah, that's not a bad strat. Could be worse.
Like I said, I did it in a social race the other day. I went from medium to softs, but both of them just fell off so hard.
Yeah. The MKW still holding on to the back of Midnight.
And the top 2 are in the pits.
Toast in the pits as well. Edge gonna jump into the pits, or is he gonna stay out and slow down the rival?
CJ was so close to getting a 5-second penalty. He was like right at 51 as he hit the line.
Edge and D-Master gonna be looking to do some trickery here, possibly. How many people are gonna get out in front of the main 3? The drag race between Midnight and D-Master. Ooh, even Jim Just Rage gets ahead of D-Master.
So those top 5 right now pray that a safety car. Oh no,
Just in the
Giants fan just
pits.
or New York fan just DNF'd.
In the pits. In the pits.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say that they're praying for a safety car right now. Those top 5.
Yes, they are. D-Master.
And that would ruin D-Master and
Sniffing
CJ.
the gearbox of Jim, literally. Go on board, you can literally see him sniffing it.
CJ coming, got traffic of Andy or Rage Quit right in front of him. Gonna want to make quick work of him so he doesn't lose touch of D-Master. Andy backed out of it going to the last corner. Smart racing by Andy. Or by Rage Quit. Sorry, I keep calling him Andy. So CJ lost 2 seconds to D-Master by coming out behind Vince and behind Rage Quit.
He was already 2 seconds behind. He was more than 2 seconds behind, actually.
There goes D-Master on MKW. Almost touch wheels. MKW goes a little wide.
Ooh, go for the switchback, MKW. Not able to get the traction. Nice headboard camera with D-Master.
I can't stand that camera.
Not too bad. Could be worse.
Ooh, CJ picked up 3 seconds. That's not what he needed to see. Toast picked up 3 seconds.
D-Master looking to fight Midnight into the straight. Possibly.
CJ's all over the back of MKW also. Smart to back out of it there. Wait on the DRS.
Ooh. D-Master and Midnight getting a little tangled up there. DJ getting past MKW there. Automatically on the back of Midnight, basically.
Lollipops are the fastest lap.
Very nice, very nice.
So Edge and Deathman, those tires they're on are 15 laps old. Let's see if they try to do the Yarno. Try to push them 17, 18, 19 laps. CJ's trying to find his way around Midnight and can't get it. Midnight's playing Checo defense right now. Midnight went a little deep into that corner. And Edge jumps into the pits. Midnight is fighting CJ tooth and nail.
CJ getting a beautiful move done around the outside of Midnight. Midnight
was Checo defense for about a half a lap. It was pretty good to watch.
Midnight was going to try and make a move back up the inside of CJ, but just didn't have the braking power or the grip to do so. Now he is down to face MKW once again. MKW on those older hearts, but might have more grip than Midnight. See if
Midnight's on the 16 lap old mediums. He's struggling right now.
CJ losing out to 4 seconds to D-Master.
Yeah, Midnight was, I'm telling you, he was holding him up good that last lap.
Get
It's
another.
like time penalties.
We're gonna see what time penalties are exactly out there at the minute. Deathman with 6 seconds. CJT currently with 3 seconds. Toast, MKW, and Lollipops all with 3 seconds. Turpler with 6. The Pogs with 3. Jim Just Rage with 6. Nikki G with 3. Diego Lego with 6 as well.
I would say the top tiers might clean that up, but I don't think so. Not here. This track is really tough on because everything's so high speed. It's really tough on track limits.
It's extremely
W and
hard.
Lollipops just made contact. Side by side down the main straight.
We're going to jump down to 2 Lollipops now as he is fighting MKW to get past him. MKW currently
They're both
blinking.
completely out of ERS. Oh, what a move.
Making the dive up the inside.
What a move. I hate to see that put on my driver, but that was beautiful. And everybody's pretty gapped out. You got Toast up on the back of Midnight. Herp on the back of Rage Quit. Then a little 3-car battle for P12. Midnight, okay, I was about to say he has to pit here soon. The 17-lap old mediums.
Rage Quit pitting now. Setting up Edge to battle Terp. Edge on those brand new softs, basically.
Edge might be able to do some damage here. The last
Yes, he is.
10 laps of this race.
Setting up the move for the inside. Is he going to hold the outside still? Giving plenty of space to Terp Leclerc. Coming down into the hard braking zone. Taking the wide line. Carrying the momentum. And making the move. Get done.
Yeah, the traction on those softs is too much.
He set that up perfectly, as you saw. He just showed himself into the mirror. Terp Leclerc. Terp just deciding not to have any of it and giving the space. Edge was like, okay, and just took that gap. Just to make the move done.
Pat in chat, you need to hush your face.
Yeah, what's up with the Red Bulls?
Talking about my Red Bulls.
They're not looking too
Hey,
hot.
didn't we just get P1 in tier 6? I'm just saying. Just saying. MKW on fresh sauce. Give him a chance.
Time pens, no problem. Penalties. Most people with 3. We have a couple with 6. D-Master out ahead with no time penalty currently, as he's looking mighty strong indeed.
I hope I get to finish this race, man.
What time does yours tier start?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
No safety cars. Can we talk about that for a second?
I know, right?
Tier 5, no safety cars?
It's incredible. We have everybody gapped out at the minute. We do have a lollipop spinning out of control. They're going to bring out a safety car for gravel on the track. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, he's just...
Oh, he can't. Yeah, his tires are on fire.
He can't control his car currently. Trying to take it easy. As we continue on.
We're gonna have to check with Mod about that rule, the offer griefing, because there's
Yes.
basically no
You could just,
unsafe rejoins.
yeah. I would have to agree so myself.
And now everybody's Midnight's up on the back of Vince, Jim's up on the back of Night Ninja, and everybody else is gapped.
Midnight trying to make a move down the inside. Vince holding it around the outside, saying, "Nah, this is my place, boy." But Midnight getting the move done anyway. Say, not today.
So from the social races I've seen, and from the tier 6 races so far this race, what I've seen, when you go into turn 1, I think it might be better to take the outside defensively, because then you have the inside to turn 2.
Well, it all depends on where those marbles are and when and where those marbles are. Like with the lines that these guys are taking, those marbles have cleared up a little bit on that outside line, so it is a little bit easier to carry that outside momentum. The track actually acclimatizes to where the racing line and where people drive up to a certain extent, I should say.
Right.
Not to the point where iRacing is at all, but if we could get there someday, I'd be very happy. But anyway, Vince
Just Rage might get Night Ninja right here. Yeah, easy.
everybody is a little bit more spread out than I was expecting this to be.
Yeah. I mean, it stayed pretty close for a while.
Yes, it did.
So you have Deathman up to 9 seconds in penalties. Diego Lego at the back with 12.
Very unfortunate for Diego and Deathman.
Fox just got another 3, so he's up to 6.
Moral of the story is if you can keep it clean and tight, you'll gain a lot of spots.
That's what I've been telling my guys all week. Keep it inside the white lines.
Edge just has to gain 3 more seconds and he'll be getting a podium. The McLaren's definitely showing why they were the favorites last week. They weren't happy with the results at all. At least D-Master wasn't. You could see he's bringing it back on to the track and giving a spanking today in Tier 5.
Is that Sun-On around Sector 3? No, it's the other Alpha. It's Vince.
Vince was having a good race up in the top 10, scoring points, but unable to hold on to it now as he falls into 15th.
Yeah, he's jumping in the pits too. I don't know if he might call it.
Overall, we still have plenty of people spread out. Night Ninja about to be the closest in a fight. About 5 cents away from Jim Just Rage still.
Midnight with another 3. So who were the drivers to watch? We had Midnight,
Edge, Midnight,
Terp,
and Terp.
and Edge. Terp changing his name messes with me because I always knew him as Terp Charles, and now he changed it to Terp Leclerc and it just messes with me. I still always want to call him Terp Charles.
Night Ninja spamming all of his ARS to get past Jim Just Raged, leaving him on 5% and blinking. Jim Just Raged sitting about 17%. CJ made a mistake.
Toast is caught up to
Toast is
CJ
right on the
somehow.
back.
I was about to say.
Edge is within 3 seconds now of Toast. And CJ, Edge might be getting a P2, getting McLaren a 1 and 2.
Yeah, when he put on those softs and everybody else in front of him was on the hards, I was like, he's going to be able to put some major time in on these guys. Now it's just managing those softs till the end.
Yes, it is.
Because they're, what, 7 laps old, so they're falling off right now.
But he's still making good dent into these guys.
There goes Toast
See
outside.
Toast around the outside. Ooh, he's a little bit
Almost
scared.
contact.
They're able to avoid the contact, though, from CJ.
MKW just got around midnight for P9.
Edge now within 1.2 seconds. 1.1. Edge looking to steal P2 away from the Ferrari and Mercedes.
Now he's in DRS.
Getting closer and closer each lap.
The only thing Edge cannot really afford right here is a time penalty.
He could not. He needs to stay clean these last couple laps. Hit his marks. It's come away. Edge. With the DRS. He's going to be making the move, or he's just going to be waiting. Yep, he's waiting on these two to fight. Backs up a little bit.
There's no reason to fight him. Oh,
Taps.
contact. You gave a little love tap.
We now have a 3-way fight for second place. Everybody sticking together right here. Toast hanging on to CJ within 2/10. Edge hanging on within 3 or 2/10 within Toast. They go into the fast right-handers, followed by the short lift left-hander.
CG went way off right there.
You can see Edge just hitting his marks now. Showing his mirrors.
Jonathan in chat makes a good point. He's like wondering if anyone's going to run out of fuel doing the lack of safety cars.
I wonder as well.
I don't see anybody on red yet. You have Perp Leclerc, Deathman Yellow.
Ooh, as we see Edge making a move around the outside. There's one. Looking up the inside.
Both of them.
Still trying to hang in there. Side by... Oh, gets the move done on the Ferrari. Toast now sitting P2. Edge P3.
Ollie Tops lost to come out of the last corner.
Ooh, small tap from CJ on the back of Edge. Edge isn't going to be happy about that. Edge clawing his way a little bit by bit now.
How are those softs still that fast at 10 laps?
I have no idea. That's a good question. Here to see a move from Edge. Spamming the
Yeah,
overtake a little bit.
Dump the ERS, just go for it.
Getting past. Probably wanted to wait one more lap, but hopefully the softs have enough life in them to get them one more lap. I want to push like crazy. We see D-Master coming to the fight in the back. We're 15th. Still. Edge is now ahead of Toast and CJ. Leclerc starting to get into the back of CJ as well, but currently has 9 seconds of penalties. Rage quit, looking very spicy to get some points.
Yeah, is no time penalties. Lollytop spun again. Oh no, he's going into the pits.
Nicky G with the fastest lap with a 124.409. Toast getting another time penalty. Now sitting at
He just
6
lost
seconds.
his podium. Yeah, he just lost his podium due to that.
Yes, he had. Yes, it does, I should say.
Oh, the caution is just people moving out of the way for D-Master.
Yep. Toast hanging onto the back still, but CJ is just gonna hang onto the back of Toast. Toast hit an Edge, spinning him out of second place. That is going straight to the steward's room.
That might be grid drops.
Edge is
That might be
not
grid
happy
position.
at
That might be
all.
finishing position changes. Wow. Mercedes and McLaren TPs will definitely be talking about that one.
Oh, yes, they will be. We have D-Master OG coming across the line on P1. Winning Tier 5 by a good little margin of 23 seconds.
Toast had no business. He had 6 seconds in time penalty. He had no business even coming close to Edge.
Nope, he did not. As Edge still gets a podium, losing only out to 1 spot. But still, that second place endpoints should have been his.
I think they'll fix that. I think they'll give him the... I don't know if they can, what the rule is on that, but... Because you can't really penalize CJ for it. You know what I mean? You can't take him out of P2.
Yeah.
He had nothing to do with it. That's... I hate to see that race end like that.
He still got the podium at least. McLaren 1-2, or 1-3, I should say. Double podium. CJ finishing off a good Ferrari bout in second place.
All right, well, I have to dip you guys.
Thank you, Toby, for joining us.
I have a race calling me. I appreciate it. It was a good race. I enjoyed it. Anticlimactic there at the end for the P2, but racing happens. All right, we'll see y'all next week, guys.
See you later, broski. We are going to be coming to the final standings here. I'm waiting for it to load. Load, 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 load. We have D-Master coming away with the victory today, followed by CJ T22 in second, Edge third, Toast in fourth, followed by Terp in fifth, followed by Deathman and MKW seventh, eighth, So in ninth, followed by Rage Quit in 10th, getting some points for him. Midnight in 11th, followed by Jim, Vince, Sign-On, Pogs, Lollytops, Diego Lego, Nikki G, and NYC Fan DNFing early on, unfortunately. I gotta get one more screenshot here. Zaboopity boppity boo. Next, we are going to be going to our... Oh, not that one. Interviews. Get some people in here. Very good race indeed. Yeah. Huh. You room, please. We're gonna be getting underway with the interviews just in a minute, as I am now going to be here. First up, we are going to be getting our race winner. Joining me now, we have our race winner. Bro, how do you feel winning by that much of a margin here?
Well, it was not really up to luck. That was just a lot of race pace, and honestly, it was just really hard to get up to that point and stay there until after the pit stop, and then we were cruising. It also helped that they were fighting for hell and back in P3 to 4, P3 and 2.
Oh yeah, they were just having an extreme dogfight the entire time. We were mainly covering them. You were just having a Sunday drive, basically. You were in a world of your own.
Yeah, that was fun. Good race. To be
Yeah,
honest, I didn't think
pretty
I would
simple
get there.
race. Nice, easy, straightforward.
Yeah, I didn't think I would be P1 by 20 seconds when I started the race. I was really nervous. The first lap I got to P1 and I was like, "Oh, I'm leading. Oh, okay. Let's just keep it steady." And then I got past and I was like, "Okay, this is a lot easier." I was nervous to start my first debut on P1, but we got a little calmer. We got the race win and chilled out.
Well, I'm glad to see you getting a race win, and thank you very much for joining us here. Sorry for such a short interview, but
All good.
congratulations on your race win, good sir.
Thank you. Uh, yeah, just super fun.
Glad to hear
Have a
it.
good one.
You as well, bro. Next up, we have our second place finisher, CJT. Congratulations on your second place finish. Probably not the way you envisioned getting second place, but nonetheless, congratulations. CJ, you there?
Hello?
There you are. Congratulations on your P2 finish. Or he's gone now. Well, there he is.
Yeah, cut out.
Congratulations on your P2 finish. Probably not the way you envisioned it there.
No, I underfueled by, I don't know, about 0.7 laps or something. I was having to lift and coast for the last, like, 8 laps of that.
That's
So it was a
so
bit,
unfortunate.
yeah.
But overall, you had a very, very strong race. You were up there the entire time. Um, Going back to the race start, you had a pretty clean launch. Fought up there for a couple turns, but just settled in. What were you thinking about when you're following D Master through when you guys were passing a lolly?
It's just sort of trying to hang with him, wait for him to make a mistake. I knew I wasn't going to be as fast as him in the race, so I had to try and stick with him and hope for a mistake or his tires to go off, which just didn't happen.
Yeah, it was probably the best thing to do. Yeah, overall, he's just hook away and just had a Sunday drive.
Yeah, he did well.
But overall, congratulations on a podium and your second place finish. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you up here a lot more this season.
Cheers.
In third place, we have Edge. Edge,
Hello.
welcome aboard once again, brother.
Yep.
Hope all has been well. You told me last week you'd be seeing me again, or we'd be seeing you again, and you were correct.
Well, there's no Giants fan, so sucks. But there was Toby, so he's an upside too.
Yeah, Toby did fantastic today. But overall, having to fight your way through the pack in that last lap incident, I bet you were so mad.
I was a little mad, but it's
Still-
a race.
Still
It's
crossing the
racing.
line on the podium. I bet you were still happy about that.
Yep. And my apologies to Midnight for a little tap when we were battling. But all that, I was struggling on those mediums in the first stint, and then the softs I was really quick catching up to everybody, but not to my teammate. But that's my teammate. I don't mind. He could be first all he wants.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were gonna get the 1-2 for sure up until that one unfortunate incident. But nonetheless, congratulations on your second straight podium, good sir.
Thank you, and I will see you in tier 3.
Don't remind me.
All right, have a nice day. I'm going to eat.
You as well, good sir. We're gonna go up to here. I would like to thank you guys, thank everyone for joining us on this wonderful tier 5 race. It was absolutely extraordinary. Very, very fun indeed. Toby unable to finish this commentary with us today because he is in tier 4. When this tier ends, you guys will be redirected to tier 4. I would like to see you guys all next week for next round. Thank you guys for joining us today. We'll see you next week.